The Secretary to the Delta State Government, Mr. Patrick Uka, joins us now from Asaba, Delta State. Thank you so much for joining us on News Across Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Now, can you identify the areas the federal and the state governments can collaborate with International Transparency and Accountability Organization, of course, in the fight against corruption in this country?
Well, I am aware that the country is a federating unit, and there are several laws guarding the operations of issues of accountability and corruption in the system. We have been collaborating, but that aspect of accountability, which we have been doing so much with the World Bank guidelines, is not too far from what we get from the federal government. And between the federal government through our economic planning ministries, we have been following most of the laid down principles and criteria put in being able to manage these things. And that has been going on very well.
We implement the national and sub-national policies and programs of government with the sole aim of strengthening democracy ahead of elections coming up next year.
Well, in the meeting we held yesterday, 3 areas have been identified that we need to collaborate with the federal government in the area of solid minerals and entrepreneurship. Mainly, I'm picking these 2 areas because, yes, there's areas of collaboration, because in the exclusive list, we have the minerals mining as part of the exclusive list of the federal government. And the area of entrepreneurship, there are a lot of agencies in the federal government that we need to collaborate to also get additional incentives that we need to collaborate with, like the SMEDAN. In our own area, we have the small and medium income enterprise. There's an equivalent body in the federal government that we interchange and we share ideas on how we can exploit what the federal government has put in place to enrich what we're doing in the local government in our own states. So far, those ones are running on very well. And the essence of the meeting is to see how we can strengthen these areas of collaboration. And we get deeply into them. And we're showing all encouragement that we'll be able to strengthen the areas where we're weak, which are part of the things that came out of the meeting.
You've also identified technical and vocational education as a way out to reduce youth unemployment in the country. How will this be funded, of course, by the federal and state governments in attaining sustainable development goals?
For us in Delta State, we have a policy to establish 1 technical college in each of the local governments. And about 9 new ones have been rolled out now. We already have 6, and that program has continued and are well equipped. So in this area of it, well, in terms of collaboration, we have our own detailed ways of how we want to roll out vocational education. We have an executive secretary that is in charge of vocational education, and our policy and curriculum is such that each child in the secular secondary schools must be able to pick up a skill. But with the coming up of the technical education colleges in the states, which we have 1 in each of the local government, it's expected that a lot of children will be attracted into the technical education. We want to take them away from just taking education that is going to say I'm a lawyer or I'm a doctor, but going to areas of handcraft where you'll be able to be useful to yourself and the society in the future. And entrepreneurship is an area where the state have done so well with our job creation agency and about 5 ministries that are in the entrepreneurship team.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. We have very limited time, but thank you so much for coming on to talk to us. The Secretary to the Delta State Government, Mr. Patrick Uka. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.